This week, I didn't have any big paid shoots, but I had a lot of the kind of work that keeps the business moving forward. So I wanted to document that process and show you a realistic week in the life of a freelance videographer. Now, I did have one shoot, but it was a shoot I did for free for an existing client. I want to show you a little bit of behind the scenes of that shoot, how it went, why I did it for free, and then the editing color grading process, because I'm actually really happy with the colors I got and the way I edited this project. So as you can see, we're setting up in this big barn venue, and I've actually shot in this venue quite a bit for this same client. So for this particular shoot, I wanted to find a different look in the same venue. So normally I'm shooting towards the stage with the stage and some of the market lighting, overhead lighting in the background. And that's been a beautiful aesthetic before, but I wanted to flip the room and find a different perspective, a way to shoot in the same space, but have it not look like the same space. So I ended up flipping and shooting actually towards a couple windows, which I thought was a really nice look. Now, there's a couple reasons why I decided to do this shoot for free. One, it's a repeat client that I've done a lot of work for in the past, and although they didn't have a budget for this particular project, I really value the relationship I have with this client and wanted to help out. Two, it's content that I really believe in. I've talked about this before. This is for a church, a nonprofit. The message is powerful. I think it needs to be heard. I think it's going to be important, so I wanted to be a part of that project as well. Three, it was just an opportunity to continue to improve my skill set, to continue to get reps, to try some new things, shooting with some backlighting, some windows, exposing for that. Anytime I can practice, I always value that, so that when I do get on the higher paying jobs, I feel really comfortable and confident in what I'm doing. And then for sort of in that same vein, just continuing to press into any opportunity I can to pull out the cameras and get reps and rhythms, action bringing action. So I would rather shoot something for free than shoot nothing at all. And I trust and know that in the future, there will be more opportunity for paid work with this client. So it was totally worth it for me. So we just did a basic 2-camera setup with one key light in this space, boomed over the Rode NTG2. That's my shotgun microphone. So we have the FX30 as our A cam, and that's shooting on the 24mm Sigma Art 1.4. And then my A7 IV was the B cam, shooting on the 85 Sigma Art 1.4 as well. Really like the look there. I used ND on both these, so that way I could expose for the windows in the background, and then use the Nanlite FC300B as my key source with that softbox. And that's the softbox that collapses down so small, which is just wonderful. So I was able to really keep my package small and light, set up quickly, and be in and out in a quick manner, which was awesome. So really happy with that shoot, but what I want to do now is bring you into the post-production, because I've been working a lot on my color grading, and I'm really happy with how the colors turned out on this one. So let me pull up that post-production here real quick and just show you a little bit of that final edit. You can see some of the images on the screen right now, our A cam and our B cam, and how we expose for those windows in the background. Really excited about the overall look that I was able to get. So let me walk you through this color grade right here. This is a more extensive node tree than I'm used to using, but I'm really trying to expand my abilities in post-production with color grading. So this is a node tree I've really built just by watching other filmmakers, other colorists, taking ideas from them. There have been a couple videos that have really helped me understand color grading, and then I've sort of built this out as a standard node tree that I'm gonna use a lot. So HDR, this is just first adjusting my exposure, which I'm just doing through my global wheels right here, and then I'm using a CST. So I should show you, I'm working in a DaVinci wide gamut intermediate color timeline color space, and then outputting in Rec 709A since I'm on a Mac in the DaVinci Y RGB, so not a color managed profile. So what I'm doing in this CST right here is I'm going from the S-Log3 into that DaVinci wide gamut, DaVinci intermediate color space. I'm going to do most of my adjustments inside that color space. So then I have my white balance, my contrast, and then what I'm doing here is kind of going for a little bit of that orange and teal look. I just like that aesthetic a lot. So I'm doing that in a couple different ways. You can see here I'm doing a little bit of split toning, and then if I pop over here, just sort of bringing in some of that yellow or that orange and that teal. So that is kind of the look I'm getting. If I toggle these two on and off, hopefully you can kind of see what that's doing to the colors. I'm really happy with that look. I like what that's doing a lot. So then I'm bringing in saturation, contrast. I skipped over that. Contrast, saturation. This is just sort of protecting my skin tones a little bit. And then I'm using this power window right here just for a slight vignette, just to kind of really help focus the eye on the subject. So I like what that's doing. And then we have our color space transform back out of DaVinci Wide Gamut back into S-Log3 because my conversion LUTs are for S-Log3. So I'm using the Phantom LUT here to go from S-Log3 to Rec 709. And then I'm applying just a kind of filmic 2383 LUT on top of that, and you can see I have that turned down to 0.4. So I'm turning down that LUT quite a bit. It's not all the way at full strength, but once again, you can kind of see what that's doing here. Just darkening the colors a little bit, darkening the exposure. So just kind of doing some nice things with contrast. I like that a lot. And then this is just playing with my black level a bit right here. So once again, just kind of bringing those, you can see here, just bringing those blacks down just a little bit, and that is the color grade. So all in all, really happy with the look. It's the same thing on the other camera, just adjusted slightly for this camera, for this exposure. Really happy with the colors that I got on this particular project. But I would love to know from those of you who are colorists or have a lot more experience in this than I do, let me know down below what you think of my node tree, because I plan on just using this node tree for a lot of my work going forward, where I could improve what you think about the colors. That would be super helpful and valuable to me. So that was my only actual shoot for the week, and like I said, that was a free shoot. I didn't make any money off of that, but there were a couple other administrative things that I did, and then I had some editing. So there were 3 different emails that I sent out responding to postings on Production Hub. I've used Production Hub quite a bit. I don't actually pay the full price for their most premium offering. I pay like $10 a month or something like that. It's a low amount just to have a profile, but it's not one where they're actually promoting me, but it does allow me to respond to job postings. So there were 3 postings that popped up in my area. I'll put the email that I sent on the screen. Once again, for those of you who are doing this for a living and making having good success responding to these kind of job posting, let me know what you think of that email. I know that's probably an area I need to improve. So far, candidly, I've not heard back from any of those 3 jobs, which is a little bit of a bummer. Hopefully at least one of them lands, because they all seem like cool projects and would be great opportunities. So sent those emails out, and then actually emailed with an existing client as well about scheduling a potential January shoot for them. So we do have some irons in the fire, so to speak, and hopefully some of those play out and I can really start to get some momentum. But it feels really good just to be engaging in conversations and at least talking about potential work, responding to job postings. So that to me feels like good progress. I'm happy to be doing that. And then I had 2 more episodes of that podcast come in from my client. He dropped me the raw footage into a Google Drive. I was able to download those and dive in to that editing process, which is the same I showed you 2 videos ago. So that has been the entirety of the week. It's been really nice to have work that feels like momentum moving forward. Now, this wasn't the most high earning week. This wasn't the flashiest week, but that's what I'm trying to show you, is this is just sort of the reality. This is work that I'm able to fit in early in the mornings or after the kids go to bed, that I'm able to fit in around my full-time job. And sometimes that means it's a little bit more of a grind. Sometimes that means doing free work or just responding to emails and focusing on administrative work, or diving into editing and finding ways just to continue to get the ball rolling. And in my experience, that's honestly what most weeks in this industry look like. They're not all massive weeks where you really feel like you're making huge project and getting to work on really exciting, cool projects, but it's just one step after another. It's taking those little steps, and that adds up over time and eventually builds a career or a business that you can earn a living from and really enjoy the work that you get to do. So man, I would just encourage you, if you're in a similar spot to me, just continue to take the step that's right in front of you. Continue to do the little things that will add up over time, whether that's focusing on updating your reel or your website, responding to job listings off production hubs, just finding opportunities to do paid shoots just to get your gear out there, to continue to get your name in front of people, to continue to show off your work, finding editing projects. All of the little things add up and they matter. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Catch you in the next one. Peace.